Morning, Fraser. Hope you're doing okay this morning. Got a couple of meetings this morning and going out with a guy at 1 to drive with him. But other than that, I'm really not sure what the day holds, man. So let's get it going and figure it out. All right, I'm out here with Guy because Guy's practicing for his trailer endorsement. Is that a Fraser, Guy?
Hey, Fraser, how you doing? I hope you can help me.
Look at the size of this unit, man. This unit is massive. He's got a good diesel truck, and he's actually got a Jake brake in the diesel engine there too, so it helps with the braking and all that sort of stuff. But man, it's just a massive unit. So my job with Guy is just to sit beside him in the passenger seat and look pretty, because I hold a special, one-letter designation on my license. I can do that. See? But I stay out of Guy's way because he knows what he's doing. So I just step back and, watch as he does his thing. He's got his system, and I don't want to mess up his system, so. Watch the magnet that he's got sticking up there. He's going to come, he's going to touch it. Boom! Nope. He went a little farther than he normally does. Probably nervous because he's on camera. Pretty cool. I don't think it gets any closer than that, dude.
No. Yeah, like I said,
Yeah, I know you knocked it down, but you know.
Then if I knock it, then I go forward just a bit.
Just a hair. It's a 3500 heavy duty, so it can take the weight, but man, oh man. All right, we'll let him go. Let him do his thing. So I picked these up at a like Kindred Rebuild. It's kind of like the Restore. Yes, I'd love to have a Restore here. We don't have one, but I'd love to have one. So these were there like $5 each. So I thought, okay. Got them home and I realized I've had these before, way a long time ago, but never was able to buy these because that's what goes on these things, right? So Allie's idea, like I was looking for replacements of some sort. Allie's idea is I've got a stair tread. She said, why don't you just cut them out of like rubber or something? So I said, yeah, like the stair tread would work perfectly. So I used the hole bit, or the hole saw, and I cut these holes, right? And with the drill, it gives a natural hole for that thing, so they fit on there nicely. Now I got to deal with that. That's the only issue. That's the only problem. So, what I'm thinking is, I was thinking to basically, because this one doesn't come off, this one stays on there. Although if I see how it comes off, yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, it's got a couple of problems with it, but nonetheless, I kind of want to get the same depth from here to there, but I don't necessarily know how to do that. I was thinking of cutting one bigger and then cutting out the smaller portion of here so that it would go over top of it. It's actually, that's not, I don't mind that idea. That's not a bad idea. Okay. That's coming off. That's not what I want. Get it? No? Okay. Never mind. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Squeegees. sure which one to do first, right? Because either one I do first. Except I didn't want to go all the way through, did I? That was smart, wasn't it? Oh, it tore. Sweet. Well, that didn't work. All right, let's try again. Okay, let's see how that works. So that'll go there, but I don't want it to go all the way, just a partial. I think if I cut that, with this, I don't know, Flex maybe? Something in there. Yeah, why does this seem like a bad idea, right? This sketches me out more than using power tools. So if I cut little pie shapes out of it, that might make it easier. Easier to slice something smaller than bigger, right? Did I mention the prawn traps that I picked up today? No, I know. I haven't been prawning. But I went to the dump today, did a dump run. And there was 3 prawn traps. Like decent prawn traps. Those were sitting at the dump. So, you know, that one I think looks okay. This one's got some work that needs to be done to the other side, and it's just done up with zap straps. But, you know, all of that stuff can be mended. These traps are in perfect condition, right? I don't need any, you know. I mean, I've got 4 right now that I don't use, but I figured there's no sense in leaving them there. I'll take them home, fix them up, and if somebody needs them, they can have them, kind of thing, right? So, oh yeah, let's see. You can see the white where it's been fixed on this side. So that'll be a new project. Each one of them has cuts, actually. Each one of them. So I will get the proper cord, and I will learn how to tie them, and we'll tie them up and fix them. Why not? What else we got to lose? They were free, so, you know. You know how I hate new projects. Different projects. Weird projects. It's like the worst thing ever. Probably have it on this side so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm using my right hand and trying to, you know, not slice off my left hand, so. Okay, so, I mean, that's not enough. I need to go down deeper into that, but that'll fit into there. Not by much, man. I don't need to take much more out of that. So I've transitioned, I think, from cold to allergies, because it is my allergy season now. So I apologize for all the sniffles. Not bad. see how she looks. You know what? I don't mind that at all. So now the other thing I don't have is little S clips. S clips. Might have to use a grinder for these. So these are small. But I've got to get something to go on there that's an S clip, right? So the thing is, let's see what I can do. Let's play with a little grinder and, you know, get in my comfort zone where I'm not too worried about my fingers. So what I got to do is take that little clip off. There we go. Make sure they're not sharp. It's probably still hot though. It's probably still gonna be hot. Not bad. These mirrors aren't really expensive, but you know, like 40, 60 bucks or whatever. If I got stuff at home, why wouldn't I just use what I got at home, right? I don't think that's being cheap. I think that's being frugal and, you know, not wasteful. In this day and age of, you know, not wanting to waste anything. Ooh, you know what would have worked well with that? The Forstner bit probably would have worked great with that. The problem would have been holding it in place, right? But that's not bad, 1 inch, right? I'll try that next time. So I need this to be wider. And that stays on there nice. I don't have the keys to get in. Battery might die. That's not enough at this point in time. It's pointing down. So, what I need to do is try and figure out how to get it pointing upward. If I can get this one in, the bottom one in. The Forstner bit should grind into there quite a bit, right? Grind into that, if I can make it do so. Again, a little sketchy. Well, that worked out nicely. Look at that. Worked out nicely. Yeah. Oh, no, that's too far out. Oh well, let's move it back in. See where we can go. Still terrible. So the idea is to cut this down a ways. How much is an excellent question. I am glad you asked. The technical answer is really complicated and it bears a lot of algebraic formula. The short-term answer is really, I have no idea. So let's give it a shot. Again, dealing with an X-Acto blade. Oops. It's cutting on an angle, which is probably not a bad idea, but so any of you who were nervous the other day with the grinder, this makes me way more nervous than the grinder. But it is not Sunday. And And essentially what that means is every time I seem to cut myself and go in for stitches with a knife, it's on a Sunday. I don't know why. Maybe because that's the days we were out and fooling around and doing stuff. I don't know. Ask Allie, she'll tell you every time. I get nervous whenever I work with a knife on a Sunday. Let's go see. That's a lot better. It's not perfect yet. No, that's pretty close to perfect, actually. I don't need to see the roof, right? The whole point is to see the back end of the trailer. That's approximately, or should be, where I would sit. So, I'm straight in line with the boat. I don't need to see the top of the boat. All I need to see is the trailer. The trailer and what's behind it, right? So, if I go up that way, make it a little much. That's perfect. I'm totally okay with that. Because the other, that style there, you see how you see the black on the rounded, the convex mirror there? You see the black line? That's from that mirror. So it's obstructing my view, right? It's just not a great setup. Whereas this one is completely in front. It was $10. And, you know, and it works. Seriously, that worked really, really well. Yeah. Smooth as can be. Way better than trying to use a knife. Going good. Oh, that's pointing the wrong way. But... Right, so from here, my $10 mirrors, I can see there, and I can see there. Perfect. I like it. It was a different job. I like it. This is a little bit of a challenge. I'm very happy with that today. Hey Fraser, hope your day's going well today, bud. Again, still hoping that your healing is continuing. Tuesday here today, not a great deal going on today. We've got Bible study tonight, but as far as the day goes, yeah, not a lot going on. I had some administrative stuff again to deal with today. Got that all taken care of. Met a guy at the church at noon. Okay, this is funny. This story's funny. Guy, I go. Well, you saw in the video. I go driving with Guy, right, until he gets his endorsement. So I told Guy. He's like, "Are you good to go? I'll pick you up at 1 o'clock." I said, "Sure." I said, "I'm texting, right?" And Guy doesn't check his texts all the time. I know he doesn't. He's told me that before, and I know he doesn't because there's been miscommunication. But I told him I had a meeting at 12 at noon at the church. The guy was coming over just to look at a quote that he had given us. I said, but so I may need you to pick me up there. Guy's like, no problem, because he initiated the text this morning, right? So the meeting at the church was done by 12:09, because I've got the time on my text. I texted Guy, okay, I'm on my way home, pick me up at home. No response, no response, no response. Allie went up. I'm downstairs in the garage, the garage door open, and I'm working on some stuff. Actually playing around with the mirrors that I did as well, but starting on them anyway. And about 12:59, I get this text from Guy, okay, which tells me, A, he didn't check his text before, and B, he's at the church and realizes I'm not there, and now he decides to check his text, which is exactly what he told me he did. I know Guy. I know him. So anyway, Guy gets there to pick me up, and I get, he's like, oh, I guess, you know, whatever, something about, I thought I'd check my text and this and that and the other thing. Anyway, it's like, yeah, and he says, you know, and then I set the alarm off at the church. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I set the alarm off. He's like, I thought you could just open up the door and look in. You had like 30 seconds and you could close the door and go back out. But he said the alarm started going off. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. You don't have that 30 seconds is to go in and, you know, key in your code, right? He's like, yeah. I said, well, you turned it off, right? No, it goes off on its own. What? I said, what? He's like, yeah, they go off. Like, they're supposed to go off. It's like a car alarm. It goes off after 4 minutes. I'm like, well, okay, it goes off, but I think it starts back up again. Like, it doesn't just end. It just keeps going. But it'll stop for a while, and then it'll go again. So I'm like, let's go back to the church. He's like, I don't remember my code. I don't care. I can put my code in. Let's go back to the church, and we'll check and see if the alarm's going on. So sure enough, we get back to the church, but as we're driving up, it's like, Sam A, his car's there. So I'm like, oh yeah, Sam's already there. Good, so he's turned it off. And then I'm like, nope, we better stop and chat with Sam because he might want to know why the alarm was going off. Sure enough, we go in the back door at the same time. He's running up the stairs, and he looks a little bit harried and a little bit like, you know, because he's been searching every room. Because the alarm was going off when he got there, and he was checking, naturally, for people who had broken in, right? So, yeah. it made me, as you can see, it made me smile. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, yes, we assured Sam that, no, everything was fine. It was just a simple mistake, and away we go. But it was funny. Anyway, yeah. So then I went up with Guy, and we picked up his fifth wheel. It's a massive unit. It's like a 40-foot unit, man. It's huge. Picked that up and went out driving for about an hour or so, and yeah, he's just got to drive around. He's just got to get used to it. He can't drive and get the practice if he doesn't have somebody with a Class 1 license in the car with him, right? So I'm just driving around, sitting around with him. Yeah, and then came home and went out to the store. Had to go and pick up those little S clips that I was grinding off there. I needed those for the mirror system, and yeah, got those all done up. Again, Allie was the one who suggested, because I've looked for those. I've had those mirrors before, not those ones, but the exact replica of those mirrors back on one of my old boats, but I lost a little foot. Well, you can't find them anywhere. Never thought of it way back then. That's like 10 years ago. But Al suggested, like, didn't you have that thick rubber stuff, that stair tread? I'm like, yeah. So I thought about cutting it with the hole saw, like I did, and cutting it with the hole saw, it leaves that hole there automatically for the, and I didn't cut it all the way through, because it leaves the hole there for the screw to kind of hold on to, right? So, brilliant idea on Allie's part. Worked great. So, that's why Allie and I make a great team. She comes up with the ideas, and I mold them to what I need, and it works great. So yeah, no, I was very happy with that. I was very happy with the mirrors. They both work great. They fit better. Now I don't have those blind spots that I was showing you, right? Those other mirrors, the other tow mirrors, give me blind spots, which is the exact opposite of what a tow mirror is supposed to do. Any mirror is supposed to do. It's supposed to decrease the blind spots. But anyway, so yeah, it was a good day today. Again, not overly exciting. You know, no fishing, no, I don't know, exciting things, but getting some stuff done. Some little things, but things that need to get done. Your Marco going crazy out there or something. And again, allergies. So, right, we are in Romans chapter 14. Accept the one whose faith is weak, without quarreling over disputable matters. One person's faith allows them to eat anything, but another, whose faith is weak, eats only vegetables. The one who eats everything must not treat with contempt the one who does not, and the one who does not eat everything must not condemn the one who does, for God has accepted them. Who are you to judge someone else's servant? To their own master's servants stand or fall. And they will stand, for the Lord is able to make them stand. One person considers that one day is more sacred than another considers every day alike. Each of them should be fully convinced in their own mind. Whoever regards one day as special does so to the Lord. Whoever eats meat does so to the Lord, for they give thanks to God. And whoever abstains does so to the Lord and gives thanks to God. For none of us live our lives to ourselves alone, and none of us dies for ourselves alone. If we live for the Lord. If we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. For this very reason Christ died and returned to life, so that he might be the Lord of both the dead and the living. So let's talk about eating meat there. Back in the day, back in Paul's day, the pagans would sacrifice animals, whatever, to the pagan gods, and then they would eat the meat. Paul says that, an idol is nothing, so it doesn't really matter. But if somebody whose faith is weak can't handle that and sees you eating meat, and their relationship with God is affected by that, then you shouldn't eat the meat, right? Same especially with days of the year, like the Jewish calendar was filled with special holidays. All of these days are regarded as very special to the Jewish people. To Jewish Christians, they may be as well. But Paul's saying, even if you don't consider them special, that's fine. Don't condemn the one who does, right? So live your life at peace with God and with men is what you're supposed to do. Don't judge somebody else because they're eating meat or they don't observe this particular holiday. It's not about that. It's about your relationship with God. It's about being reconciled to him and his relationship with you. Was that redundant? Did I just say that? I think I did. I don't really listen to what I say most of the time. Anyway, but I'm leaving it there tonight. Again, I hope you're doing well. Love you. God loves you very much. I miss you. Look forward to seeing you. And I will post more tomorrow.